Maxwell, better be good.
There's been a bombing in the Middle East.
What?
My God, I didn't think we could make the war in Afghanistan any less popular, but hey, even I can be wrong. We need a good news story from the Middle East, a big one. And we need it now. You got an hour. Get on with it.
The basic story of the film is they're a very rich sheikh who is a passionate fly fisherman and wants to introduce the sport to his country, and he feels that it will bring his people together and bring peace and prosperity. He really believes in it as an idea and as a kind of in a spiritual way. He not necessarily in a religious way, but certainly speaking for Alfred, he plants in Alfred the seed of possibility where it wasn't before.
You think I'm mad?
No, Your Excellency.
Of course you do. I would question your judgment if you did not. Though I have judgment enough to know that under there lies a fish, much cleverer than I.
For fishermen, the only virtues are patience, tolerance, and humility.
Alfred becomes somebody who's completely locked up and set in his ways and trapped really in himself, in his science, in his marriage and everything, to be somebody who can see the glimmer of hope and the glimmer of possibility and to believe that maybe a dream can be achieved, or that even there can be a dream, you know, to begin with.
Dear Dr. Jones, I act on behalf of a client who has indicated a desire to introduce the sport of salmon fishing into the Yemen.
As a fisheries specialist, this is plainly ridiculous. I mean, there's just no way that salmon can survive in those sort of environments. I thank you for your time, Mrs. Chetwood Talbot. I'll see myself out. Goodbye.
There's really funny, charming dynamic between them because they're both quite different. I mean, she seems to be quite an upbeat, positive, quite tenacious character, hopeful character. I think he seems to be rather set in his ways and
he's
repressed.
A bit repressed, yeah. And they don't like a great romantic movie. They don't get on very well when they first meet, or at least Fred isn't very nice to you.
Think it's going extremely well?
It's an extraordinary idea.
I wasn't talking about the project.
No, I'm not sure that I was.
And I think Harriet's quite baffled and amused by him rather than offended. As much as he strives to offend her, it just seems an impossibility, which I quite like, that she never...
He's kind of desperate.
Desperately
really
trying to
unsettles
almost...
him.
To upset her.
Why won't you let me upset
and
you?
she just rides through it, and she just is unflappable in that way. And I really loved that about the spirit of that girl. I thought it was really cool.
Is that, a Willie Jones?
No, this is a new one I've invented.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
What's it called?
This one is called the Chetwood Talbot Beauty.
That's very nice.
It's true.
You're not being funny.
No, I don't have a sense of humour, as you recall.
It is true.
I think what's nice about this film is that I think people take away different things from it. I mean, some people take away the hope of this love between the two of them growing and them ending up together, and other people are quite inspired by this impossible dream being made possible. And
some people want to learn to fish.
Some people just want to go fishing.
This has just become a priority project.
This thing is a bloody joke.
Get this man his salmon.
I think really what audiences feel with this, from what I've heard, is that they've been surprised by it, and that it's been just a really joyful delight just going on this journey with the characters. Because I think you feel like you're on it with them, which is really nice.
I can't help imagining that this crazy enterprise might just come off.
Faith, Dr. Alfred?
Yes, all right then, Faith.
Beautiful.
Yes, she is.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That's a good one.
Who is Henry Kellerman and why is he saying nasty things about me?
Wow. I think think Jaws is quite a funny title.
Jaws.
Do you know what I mean?
It's pretty literal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite literal.
That's why
it's
I
my
think-
favourite movie, Jaws.
Do you know what? Somebody asked me in Seattle for my while I was on the phone with them for my top 5 favourite films.
Yeah.
And they hadn't asked me before, so I was doing the interview, jotting them down, and I had Jaws in there as well. And they said, have you spoken to Emily about this? Because she had Jaws in her list.
It's my favourite. It's my top movie.
It is a great film.
Oh, good news, eh? New girl band, Middle East tour. Oh, maybe. Maybe. No, maybe not. No. British Trans-Arabian Rally. Oh, God's sake. What's this? Project to introduce salmon fishing to the Yemen. Salmon fishing. Salmon fishing in the Yemen. Is that the best you puffed up, Oxbridge-educated moronic buffoons can come up with? Yes. Oh, yes, Prime Minister. Well, no, I'm working on it right now. I think I may have come up with something that you'll like.